Hey everyone, Savannah here, and
I'm Olivia.
this is Olivia. She's home today because her school requires her to be home for a full 24 hours after having a fever. So she was sick yesterday. She's okay today. It's just her school wouldn't let her. Like, I even dropped her off and I got a call saying I had to come get her. So she's here with me and she wanted to be in the video. So she's here today. Okay, so this is my knitting podcast. I forget what number because I didn't look it up before I started. So, I mean, you already know by the title and everything, so that's fine. So yeah, you can see different about me. I dyed my hair the other day. I actually had to touch it up today just because I missed some spots. So the top came out exactly how I imagined because I used to dye my hair this color all the time last year, a year, maybe more like 2 years ago.
Maybe.
And the bottom, it kind of looks green, but when it dries, it's actually more of a blue.
Yeah.
But the box said it was supposed to be green. So it is what it is. We'll see what it fades because this will fade to a gray. So we'll see if this fades to green, like the tealy green that the box says. So we'll see. That's what's new with me. Anything new with you? No. Okay, so we'll start with finishes real quick. I do have one fully finished object. That is my all together sweater. I'd wear it, but it's supposed to be really hot today, so yeah, I finished this on September 11th. I started it June 16th, so it didn't take that long. I mean, I did take a couple breaks for other projects. The yarn, the gray yarn right here is Knit Picks Hawthorne Kettle Dye in Slate. The blue is Knit Picks Stroll in Inverness. And the yellow is also a Hawthorne Kettle Dye in Compass. What's funny is the, so Knit Picks, their blog, they put out a desktop screensaver with a calendar every month, and then they have some yarns featured. They featured this gray one, the yellow one, and then a similar blue, but not the exact one that I use. So I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, it fits well. It is a little short. It's for my taste, but it looks nice with like a long dress underneath it, so that works for me. The sleeves are perfect. Like, they fit snugly and they're really nice. They're probably my best sleeves so far. But yeah, that's the only finish that I've done. Did you go grab your water? You don't want to sit in? You want to sit to the side, or?
I was sitting over here because I was getting a drink.
Oh, okay. So that's it. Oh, okay. So we will next move on to whips. And I have 3 of them that I've worked on in the last month. This one, I'm debating on UFOing it, which is, you know, making it an unfinished object. I don't know if I'll just leave it as is or if I'll actually fully rip it out. I don't know. This is my Sharon Show shawl thing, whatever you want to call it. It's so long. So this is as far as I've gotten since the last time.
When you put it down, there was a big pile.
Yeah. So clue 1, clue 2, clue 3, 4, and I think, yeah, this is just the beginning of clue 5. And I am not enjoying it at all. I know I'll never wear this. Yeah, you say that. I prefer triangle shawls. If I'm gonna wear a shawl, I prefer triangle ones because then I can just wrap it around all nice. These rectangular ones, like, I blocked this end and that's about as wide as it's gonna get. I don't know. I haven't blocked this edge or these clues. I just don't know. And I mean, we've had this past week kind of to catch up and I'm just not not interested really. The yarns are all hand dyed by me, myself, and I. My first time acid dyeing. I definitely made some mistakes with dyeing it. You might not look at it and see mistakes, but I know that I've made a few mistakes and I could have gone with less dye, kind of.
I can see.
But that is what that is. So I'm not sure what is going to happen with this. But I'm not feeling it. I'm not. And I shouldn't have to push myself. Because that's what I was doing. I was pushing myself every week to get each clue finished. And I shouldn't have to do that. So this is going to go sit away for a little bit. My next whip is the... I didn't bring the pattern down with me. It's called Flying Solo by Espostrico. So it's free. It's fine, honey. It's upstairs. It's fine. It is a cowl. And it's a split, like a split neck cowl.
Oh. That's cool.
Can I even show that? So this is where your shoulders will go, and then it's, you know, bunches up. This I am... The last time I don't have a thing from the last time I showed it. It's been a while. My Ravelry shows only just this much. I haven't even taken the updated pictures to put on there yet. The yarn I'm using is Spectacular Yarns, which reminds me I need to wrap this into a ball. So the first one right here is Out of the Blue. And then, you know, then the brown one is Sandstone, and then the last one that I'll be adding in very soon is Cinnamon Spice. So it's fingering weight yarn, and you hold it double so that you can get these marled sections, and it's all 1x1 ribbing, and it makes it super squishy. Yeah.
Whoa, that's squishy.
I'm super excited to get this one finished so I can wear it in the winter, because this is going to be so nice. I am modifying it a little bit just because these were scraps from my What the Fade shawl, so I wasn't sure if I had enough. So I just limited the, or, you know, decreased the amount of rows I needed for each section, just by a couple. And it's working out well. So that is my other whip. I am just working on this whenever I have a moment, because it's nice and easy. I'm actually using some Chiagu Twist Red Lace needles, and I like them a lot. I wish I had a full set, but those are expensive, so yeah. And that's in my Spectacular Yarns small project bag. Really love this bag a lot. My last whip, I think those are spider legs over there. Ew, yuck.
I know, they're so gross.
My last whip is a sweater I started a while ago. I can't even remember when I started it, and I don't have the pattern down here. I'll be inserting probably pictures everywhere, so yeah. This one's called Texture Tide, and it's by Judith Bryan. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's O'Brien. I think it's just Brian. Everything's linked below. You can check it out. I started this one a while ago, and I really love the look of it. It's just the pattern is, I don't think it is even intermediate friendly, to be honest. It could just be my reading skills. I love to skim everything if I can, but I tried. It's just, it seems to be that the designer expects you to know what you're doing when it comes to the pattern, and doesn't blatantly write it out line by line. So I'll show you what I have. So I have the yoke done. I'm working on the body now. This is the front.
That's cool. So
it has a mock cable on the one side, and then it's just stockinette on the other side. So my back looks better than my front because you start at the back. As you can see, the mock cables line up. I've talked about this a while ago. The mock cables line up on the back. They don't line up on the sleeve because she doesn't she doesn't break it down for each line where you need to start. If you need to do, you know, a Mach 2, a Mach 3, or if you don't Mach at all, she doesn't say that. Same with the front. You can see it's leaning a little bit there. I'm gonna have a little gap down here because I just wasn't, I didn't know what to do because it's not spelled out for me. I need it spelled out. But I'm gonna keep going because again, I love the look of the sweater. Hopefully it just won't even be that noticeable as while I'm wearing it. And the back looks fantastic. All nice and lined up. That's how it's supposed to look on all the sides. So I stopped right where that stitch marker is. I stopped there. That's where I picked it up, and yep, I picked it up and started knitting again. Added in the next color.
Oh, there's a new color.
Oh. I'll show you my colors in just a minute. Added in the new color, and then I will be doing my very first ever waist shaping. So again, with this pattern, let's hope for the best, and it's not like, oh, just assume you know what you're doing kind of thing, because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know how to do the mock gables and that's it, but where do they go? Like, when do I make it a 3? When do I make it a 2? When do I not put it in? Anyways,
it's okay.
So yeah, all the yarn for this one is from Knit Picks, and it's all the palette yarn, and I will show you the colors. So the first color is this one, and it is Shoal. I think that's how you pronounce it, S-H-O-A-L. So that's the first color. The next color that's going in is Opal Heather. So it's this color. And then the sleeves will be in Clarity. Soft blue.
Let me feel it. That's so soft.
You're silly.
It's soft.
I probably shouldn't have taken as big of a break with knitting this, just because it is such a difficult pattern to understand. When I picked this back up the other day, I was like, wait, what do I do again? I was all this close to ripping it out and starting again, but I was like, no, don't do that. You're already so far, so don't do it. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that before I start another sweater, but that might not happen. I might start one soon.
Now what? I
have plenty of sweaters queued up in here. I don't have them queued on Ravelry or anything. Okay, now we'll do my little bit of haul.
Yay.
So yeah, we'll do that real quick. So first off, I have a project bag and a needle case. I won this as a charity auction from Michelle Bendy Stitch on YouTube. She has floss tube. She's mainly a cross stitcher, but she does knit as well, and she does weekly auctions, and each month is the auctions. The proceeds go to a certain charity. I think, yeah, it was last month. The charity was for child trafficking, human trafficking. And she showed these two items, and I knew I wanted them. And I was also more than happy to donate to that charity. And I got so lucky and I won. So it's by Chicken Boots. So Chicken Boots, I did have to look that up because I'd never heard of it before, but this is the project bag. It has, it's vinyl, so you see through. The pocket is on the inside. And it's this cool knit fabric. I haven't used this yet. And then the other thing that I was really excited about was this needle case. Same fabric. On the inside fabric is cool because it's the reverse side of stockinette. But it's a double pointed needle case with this little flap that goes over to protect it. So I have all my double pointed needles in there. And then on the back is a zippered pocket. I haven't put anything in there yet, but I love this. She makes these for interchangeable needles too, and I would really love to get one. It's just she only had one left on her website, and it was in a dog print. I'd prefer it in another knit pattern. So I don't know if that you can custom order that, or if you have to just wait till she makes one. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never heard of chicken boots before this, so, but I love those. So that's one thing. Next would be my Icelandic yarn that I purchased. I was watching somebody else on YouTube. Be careful with those, honey. A while ago, and they were talking all about it, and I went nuts because I was like, oh my gosh, Icelandic, I'm obsessed with Eurovision right now. So I went to the website, and they were having a summer sale, and like it's a really good sale. So I purchased Let Loopy in the they don't have the color name on these. I don't know which number is the color, but I think on the website called Ash Gray. Purchased 10 of these. Supposedly these are equivalent to worsted weight. I do have a pattern. I think I need to obviously do a swatch, a gauge swatch before I do it, just to make sure. But I got 10 of these little Let Loopy, and I spent really good money on it. Like, it's like really good. Even the shipping from Iceland was not bad at all. I got it from the store called Alafloss, or not Floss, Alafoss, Alafoss. Very easy website to use if you are unaware. This is a raw, so it's not very soft.
Oh yeah, that's not soft.
But it's nice, so I can't wait to use it. Hey, you need to be careful with these. And then the other ones that I purchased are the Plout Loopy. So it comes in this plate-like thing, and I believe this is, I forget, I think they're all close to worsted weight. I could be wrong, but it's almost like an unspun fiber. It's very fragile. It rips incredibly easily. I ordered 4 plates of this, and when it came, it was so squished that the interiors all got stuck together, and I had to actually rip it apart, which sucked a little bit, but they're fine. They are a little bit softer than the Let Loopy, just a little bit softer. They kind of stink. They don't smell that great. But it's 100% Icelandic wool. And I have a pattern picked out from Jennifer Steingass. I forget how to pronounce it. I will insert a picture of what, but that's what I am going to use these for. So I'm pretty excited. Again, like I said, I have a huge queue of sweaters that I want to knit. I don't know which one to start first. Yeah, and so my last haul bit, I got my first box from Knit Crate, Dyer Supplier by Knit Crate. This is the Dive Into Dyeing. The Dive Into Dyeing.
You did it.
Box step, honey.
Okay.
So you know, you get 2 skeins of yarn from Dyer Supplier. My box came with the Superwash Sport Merino. You get a little baggie of citric acid, some rubber gloves. And then you also get zip ties, but I chuck those because I have better. And then you get 3 bottles of Jacquard acid dye. 1 in yellow, red, and blue. So you have your primary colors. And then the whole booklet is pretty full of information. You also have videos on YouTube, and it's all ChemKnits. If you've seen ChemKnits on YouTube, all of her dyeing stuff, that's pretty much who they use to get the stuff. Next month, well, this month, it's variegated, or how to dye variegated. So this one is for the semi-solid, next one's variegated, and the last one is speckled. So it just teaches you how to dye yarn. I thought it was kind of fun to get this box. So yeah, I'm just waiting for box number 2. It already shipped because I ordered this one at the end of August, so it came pretty quickly. But you get charged at the beginning of the month, and then it ships out whenever. So yeah, that is my haul.
Now what?
I'm going to talk about the yarns that I dyed.
Okay.
Yep, these ones that I dyed.
That all yours?
Yep, these are all mine.
Okay.
Okay, so I have been dyeing yarn. And here I'll show you a couple of the ones that I'm keeping for myself. If I have plans, what I might do with them, just a few random ones. So my first one, it's in 2 skeins because it got so knotted that I was able to undo this one myself, and then I sent this, it was a big wad of a yarn mess. I sent it to a lovely Instagram follower who said that she would untangle it for me. So she did. I just have to put them back together. I dyed this skein and I've tried to replicate it with no luck, but I love this so much. This is me trying to replicate it on a sport weight, and it's just, it is not the same. I messed up my calculations with dyeing and it did not work out as well, but it's pretty similar. I think it'll still make a lovely sweater. I have enough of this to make a sweater, so I have to swatch it to see if it'll work. So yeah, there's this one. And then I dyed this one. Again, it was, see, it doesn't come up correct. There's no green in this. It is brown and gray and orange.
That is wrong.
Yeah,
this is brown.
Yeah.
I see brown and gray.
There's a little bit of gray, and then there's some oranger patches, like right in this area. It's so weird. I can't get photographs or anything to make it look the way it actually does in person. But this was just a fun little test dye. I'm wondering, I mean, I have a pattern that would take 2 colors. They go well together in person. They look almost matchy-matchy on the camera. But the pattern calls for DK weight, and these are fingering, so we'll see. Yeah, just adventures in dyeing. This one right here is meant to go with this one. It's a little bit more tan in person than it is showing up. Again, this is, trying to show colors is difficult, but I think they'll go really well together. I plan to do the Traveler Pullover by Tiff Nealon hand knits. Picture.
I need some tissues. I'll be right back.
All right, sweetheart. I plan to hopefully make that sweater with these. Yeah. And then yesterday's excursion, I saw Rebecca from Chemknits on YouTube the other day. She did a, I don't know what you want to call it. She did a resist dye kind of thing. She left her yarn in a twist, you know, in the skein form like this. Did not soak it, and just popped it in her dye bath. And it came out super cool. And so I'm like, I need to try that. I need to try that. And I was like, I'm going to do it with black, and I'm going to add hot pink sprinkles or speckles. Well, I got the black done. I'm like, I like it as is. Let's not add any hot pink speckles. So this is mine. It's just black and white, and it's, you know, gray, black, white, and gray. Really like it. I did a little test knit with it just to see how it looks, and it's fantastic. And then this was my mop because it wasn't soaking up all the black. So nice, just tonal gray, pale gray. So for this one, I just got the pattern for another Tiff Nealon sweater. It is how do you pronounce it? It's like Zoetic. Alright, Zoetic maybe? Looks like poetic, but Zoe in front instead. You good, honey? Yeah. It's beautiful, except she wants you to hold, like, it has a herringbone detail here and here, and I've wanted to try the herringbone stitch for a really long time. Anyway, so the pattern calls for holding 3 yarns together, 2 fingerings, and a mohair or suri. That's a lot of yarn. Or you could do a DK and a mohair. Mohair makes me nervous because I made a hat with mohair and it's very itchy on my forehead. Granted, the hat is very tight on my head too, so I'm wondering if that's the only reason why it's itchy. And I really should just make a swatch, put it, you know, under my bra strap and wear it for a while and see if it feels itchy. But I was wondering if I should get some DK yarn and do more of this, enough for this sweater, and then get a colorful mohair and hold that together and see. So what I'm planning to do, I have this one ball of Aloft mohair. Yeah, it's mohair in my stash. It's called Seoul, like Seoul, South Korea. So I'm going to test swatch this just together to see if I like it. I also looked into Ruby and Rose's yarn. She's got some, what are you doing, Libby? You're very distracting. She has some really pretty colorways that would go well together. She's got mohair, Surrey, like I kind of want to try Surrey. I don't know if that'll be any better for me. Or if I should just try myself, you know, we'll see. Those are plans. Again, I have all these other sweaters that I really could work on first before I even plan yarn for that one. But I like to plan yarn for some reason. It's a hobby to plan the yarn for a project and then just let it sit forever. I don't know. So that is that stuff. Lastly, it's a pretty big announcement. If you saw, maybe from my intro, because I don't know if I'm changing my intro yet. You will know. I don't know yet. I am starting a yarn dyeing business and my website will launch on October 1st, 2020. I'm pretty excited and nervous about it, but I'm hoping for the best. So a while ago I worked on my logo and got all that stuff set up, and then I decided to actually dye a yarn based off of that logo. Well, my company name is Sewlivi Dyes Yarn. Sewlivi, this is Olivia. I call her Livy quite often. When she was a baby, I tried sewing clothes for her. And I kind of hoped that maybe that would turn into a business, but sewing isn't. I mean, I can sew. I don't mind it. I just don't want to do it as a business. That's, no thank you. But Sewlivi kind of stuck with me. It's my Instagram name. I've used it for several years now. So I was like, okay, well, we're going to keep Sewlivi. That's the brand name. And since she's Olivia, she's the inspiration, she gets to name all the yarns. With the exception of if it really means something to me or if she's struggling with a name, I will give her some options and see which one she likes the best. So that's her job in all of this. She gets to name the yarns. This one I'm going to show you, that is going to be our staple colorway. I named it, but she approves, and it's going to be fantastic. So this is the yarn, my label. This is our yarn, and it's called
the Olivia.
It's the Olivia. And little extra, she's gonna sign every single ball band that goes with the yarn. So it is a pink and minty green with blue speckles. It looks like this caked up. And then here is a little sample that I knit. This is what it looks like knit up. Very cute.
And tiny.
So this is mine. I get to keep this one. This one's for the shop. Don't rub your face all over it, sweetie.
I'm just touching it.
But yeah, I'm not going to show any of the other colorways that I have dyed up. I'm keeping those secret just because I feel like that's best. But yeah, this one is going to be our signature color. with, you know, we'll have spots of blue sometimes. It's just whatever the dye pot decides it wants to do. But yeah, it's Sewlivi Dyes Yarn. Again, I launch on October 1st. It's sewlividyesyarn.com. And I'll have everything listed there. I also will have, I haven't actually shown these, or I can't remember. Maybe just a black and white picture. I will also have stitch markers. These are faux leather stitch markers, the same type of leather that you would get in earrings. And so we have feathers. You'll have 2 feathers and then 2 of these like drop diamonds. The colorways are random, so you will get whatever is available. That's how I'm going to have it for now. If these sell very well, I think the next set that I will do will be all in pastel colors. These are more neutral colors. I'm not going to show them all, but they're more neutral with the red and a teal, like a bright teal being the most brightest of all the colors. And red is not in every set either, or that teal.
Ooh.
So.
But all the other colors are in it?
No, no, honey. It's mostly browns, blues, greens.
I like the brown and green.
With a couple of exceptions. But again, because I couldn't get every set to be the exact same, you're just going to get random instead of picking and choosing, because that'd be way too much work, I think, to set up. But yeah, and they're lightweight, super lightweight. Oh, I should show, just because these are good to know. I like it's hard to do with these nails. I like the lever back hooks, because you can either slide it onto your needle as a stitch marker like so. Or you can use it as a progress keeper in your knitting or crochet by opening it, sliding it on, and closing it. Or you can just wear them as earrings if you want. But yeah, those are my favorite type of closures for stitch markers. So yeah, and I think that would fit up to maybe a 10, a US 10. It could. I don't know. I haven't tested it. I just know that they're pretty wide. So that is that, guys. You can find all my stuff on Instagram at Sewlivi.com. No. Just Sewlivi. Or you can follow my new for shop updates and all that other stuff. It'll be Sewlivi_Dyes_Yarn. Everything's linked below. Don't worry about trying to remember that. Everything's linked below. And I think that's it. I think that's all that I wanted to talk about. So fingers crossed on the success of this new endeavor. We're gonna hope. Basement is finally fully finished. I know last time I said that I'd hope I'd be down here to film by this video, and I'm down here, but I'm not fully down here yet. We just had our final inspection yesterday, and that's when we got the go. So we got to move her stuff down here so she can move into her bedroom. That's down that way.
Yeah, this way.
You can kind of see, this is my yarn storage and other stuff. Like I have cross stitch on this side, and then yarn is all up there. And so I got to fill it up. I have a bunch of junk over there that needs to be organized. I have half of my desk down here so far.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, that's about it.
I'm excited.
You're excited?
Yeah.
Awesome. So thanks for watching and liking, commenting if you commented. I appreciate all those. And subscribe if you want to keep watching what I do.
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll see you later, okay?
Bye.
Bye.